Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, these guys are ready to go.
Ed, people at home can't see me right now, but I'm stretching my arms, I'm stretching my legs. This is going to be one fast-paced game. Let's get to it.
This booth is all stretched out. The players gearing up. Let's get ready for the opening tip. James to Kyle Kuzma. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Leonard buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Fires the 3. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
LBJ has it. Here comes the screen. James to Cousins. Knocked loose. Cousins. Finish that. Leonard. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you got to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Number 14. Lakers at the controls right now. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Runner here won't go to Leonard. 4-3. Oh, he's 3 for 3 to start this game from downtown.
Nothing the defense is doing is making him uncomfortable. As an offensive guy, I love starting the game, finding my rhythm.
Kyle Kuzma. Very little's gone right in this first quarter, but with that 3, you look at the scoreboard, they're back within 9.
And Ed, Rome was not built in one day. You can't rush the process. Just keep chipping away. Chip, chip, chip.
Kawhi Leonard looking good, 4 for 5.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Oh, 5-second violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Beverly. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Number 23, Louis Williams. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
James. Good sign that time, Jay, as they get one to go down. But now let's see if they can get a stop on the other end.
If you're looking at this game like you're looking at your week, it's the first quarter, which means that it's Monday. It's early. Just because you had a bad Monday doesn't mean you can't have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Were you the kind of person who always had that case of the Mondays?
No, it's always Friday night.
That's the way to do it. It's a big finish.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
The assist.
James into the front court. 9-point margin. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high, but still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ball game.
George drains it.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Bradley tosses. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Whoa! What a finish! They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Beverly into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Kyle Kuzma. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Leonard had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. For 3, his first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Williams. He made his first effort, but not that time. We're through 1 at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Monday on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Everyone gets free
Leonard
pizza.
to Paul George. Won't go down.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Oh, had him going there for a second. To Bradley. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound comes down to the Clippers. To Leonard. And look out. Big finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
LeBron James, 4 out of 7.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. identity. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Lakers ball. James not going down here. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. To Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
James, tough shot. Well defended. Williams into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Substitution being made in this one.
Team foul number 1. Subbing in for LA, number 20.
George. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
James, he was all over him.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Here's Leonard for 2. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 23, LeBron James.
LBJ.
Hey, lock up.
Throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Rocking the rim.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Anthony Davis. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, That slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Kawhi Leonard, and he buries it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Fights through traffic to slam it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Leonard. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Hey, match up. I got ball. This is all me.
To Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. To the rim, lays it up and in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Kyle Kuzma. Second effort. LeBron James rejects it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Los Angeles, number 23, Louis Williams.
LeBron with it up top. His guys down big. Fires the three. Buries the trifecta.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
It's James. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Leonard. Smothering D. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. LeBron James with the rock. To Davis. Going to launch beyond the arc. Anthony Davis makes it look easy as he hits the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Across the timeline comes James. Down a bundle. Davis knocks it down.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
To Beverly. Baseline drive. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
The assist from number 13, Paul.
It's James controlling the offense. To Bradley. Here comes the screen. Bradley to Cousins. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Avery Bradley. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's James controlling the offense to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Anthony Davis. Tough matchup against George. And the Clippers have the rebound. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Take this opportunity to thank the fans who volunteered at our recent food drive. We couldn't have done it without your support. If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 9, Rajon Rondo. Into the game.
LBJ with it.
Clippers. Number 23, Louis Williams.
Can't connect. Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. George, not that time. He misses. Nothing going here on that drive. Over to the right side. Strong finish that time for Danny Green. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Can't miss those. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
New personnel on the floor for Doc Rivers. LeBron James pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Williams. Can't get the bounce. To Davis. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Anthony Davis at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2.
Yes, sir. Go shoot, boy. Hey, Switch, I got him.
To James.
Watch that cutter.
Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
James to Davis. Oh, had him going there for a second. Chance here for LeBron. Wide open look, won't go. That ends the third quarter, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Williams, and they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Williams. Off the iron. No good.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot two.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And he connects on the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. To Williams. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Lou Williams, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Nothing going here on that drive. Bradley. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Williams, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
And he'll head to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Into the game for the Lakers, number 23.
Kawhi Leonard in a matchup with Boogie. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Kuzma to James. Oh, he had him there for a second. LeBron here against Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. Ivica Zubac sends it away. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. It's the Clippers with the possession now. George, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
James, defended by Harkless. Defense, making the ball handler work. LeBron James, here against Harkless. Knocked loose. James, and scores. To Leonard. Kyle Kuzma snatching it out of the air. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Leonard to Williams. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Leonard.
Los Angeles Lakers.
Hey, mismatch.
Here's LeBron for 2. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. To Leonard. And scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Leonard. And the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Lets it fly from long range. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Here's Leonard for 2. Off the mark. Well contested.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. James. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Throws it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Kawhi Leonard. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Los Angeles Clippers.
LBJ has it.
I got a little one on me. Little fella on me.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.